Is Call of Duty Black Ops 6 playable on a 20-inch CRT television? Let's find out. Really? Yes, so I was hoping to be giving you guys a quick review of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 today, to be totally honest. But the last couple of weeks since it released have been a little bit crazy around here, and I just haven't really had the chance to play enough of it to give you a proper review, really. So you may remember at the car boot a couple of months ago, I picked up this little bad boy. Now, what this does is this converts HDMI into composite AV signal. So hence it says on it, oops, HDMI to AV. So it's got HDMI port one end, and the other end it's got those. So basically I'm going to be plugging the Xbox Series into here, and then out the other side I'm going to be plugging this into the CRT television. I've never done this with an Xbox Series before. I think the most recent console that I've ever actually wired up to a sort of proper CRT television is probably a PlayStation 2, which was like a sort of 6th generation console. And this Xbox Series is like a 9th generation console. So I'm expecting that as long as this does what I'm hoping it will do, we shouldn't have any problems. But yeah, if I'm uploading this, hopefully it worked. So let's go to it. I also want to say I'm also going to be plugging an Elgato in between basically this and the Xbox. So I will be capturing the proper footage as well as the footage from a camera of the CRT. So let's go to it, let's set it up, and let's see what we end up with, and hopefully Black Ops 6 is playable on a 20-inch CRT television. Yes, so here we are. This is the Xbox Series S plugged into a 20-inch CRT telly, which I normally use for light guns. And I've had hell trying to get this to not flicker in the capture, basically, where I'm recording it. It actually looks a lot better sort of in real life than it does on the camera. But we're going to see if Black Ops 6 is playable on this. Only fair to warn you, if you're at all sensitive to flashing images, please skip forward to 4 minutes 49 seconds. So this wasn't actually supposed to be a voiceover, if I'm totally honest. However, some complete tool forgot to turn the volume down on the CRT, and therefore it has to be a voiceover. So that's a little bit unfortunate. As you can see, it's a little bit tough to actually sort of pick weapons and see some of the text on the screen. But the CRT, there's no latency at all. There's no lag. It's performing pretty much as it should, and yeah, I'm quite sort of pleased with how it sort of come out. It's a little bit hard on this map, especially. There were quite a lot of snipers around, and it's quite tough to see too far ahead on the CRT, to be honest. The details sort of get a little bit muddy in the background, but for the most part, the game is completely playable. I've got no issue really with it whatsoever. So all I'm doing here, I'm playing 2 quick games on multiplayer. I don't really want to spoil the story for anyone. Like I said, I was actually going to review this game. However, it's taken me quite a while to sort of get very far into the campaign. I'm probably only 3 or 4 missions in. I'm only intending on playing through it once. But I would say so far I'm really, really enjoying it. And as you can see there, I may have been a little bit out of the fight and held back a little bit due to the CRT in a way, but I still had a positive kill-death ratio. So I think that was a pretty good one, to be honest. This, out of all the maps that I've played, because I've played sort of 4 or 5 hours of this online, I believe, this is probably my least favourite map, playing on sort of thing. I like the map, but I'm not very good at it. This would be my sort of, probably one of my worst ones. So yeah, and as you'll see in a moment as well, there's a reason that I'm running around with a noob tube on my back. It's because for some weird reason I love shooting down skill streak things out of the sky, like UAVs, counter UAVs, that sort of thing. You can see the difference in the quality of the video when I switch back to the Elgato to show you. So I've had to sync the Elgato to this because the Elgato actually runs probably a couple of seconds behind sort of real time. It would actually be impossible to play off the Elgato. So, and there's a UAV that isn't going to be there anymore. So yeah. So yes, you can play Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on a CRT television, I am pleased to say. Yes, so that was Call of Duty Black Ops 6 running through a 20-inch CRT television. And I would say that was quite a success, to be honest. It actually played better than I was expecting. Very, very little in the way of latency or anything. And yeah, sorry that the pictures that you saw were a lot more flickery than what I could actually see, but it did actually look quite a bit better than the footage would sort of suggest. I'm surprised to say, and actually pleased to say. So anyway, please hit all the buttons, all that stuff. You know what you're doing because you're awesome. I've been Soup, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.